think, what do you think can change the mindset of local people about black foreigners or black diaspora? Because how can we separate ourselves from the Asian, the Indian, and the Chinese and all that?
Shalom fam, Solo Soul here, also known as Coach Arthur. If you're new to the channel, go to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And to my returning family, thank you again for all the love, support, and prayers. And Africa is not an easy road. Now let's talk to my boy Abdul about it.
All right, fam, we here with my boy Abdul. I've known Abdul for about 5 months, probably going on 6 months. We met him. I'm trying to remember if I called you through Bolt. All right, I met him through the Bolt app. We connected, and I was telling him the other day that normally what African Americans do, or foreigners, we normally, when we feel comfortable with somebody, we feel like we have somebody that we can trust and work with. We usually only use those people. So in reality, aside from my good friend, my late friend Mohammed, who was like my go-to boater, this is like my go-to person for pretty much everything. I just call him whenever I need help with pretty much anything, and he called me the same way. The other day, I was telling him if he need anything, he can call me and just tell me what it is. But usually, what foreigners do, we connect with people. I know personally, we connect with people and we give our trust to people. So, Abdul, yesterday we was having a conversation. I think it was the day before yesterday. It was on Monday. Monday we were having a conversation simply about how foreigners interact with local people here. So just kind of tell us, the mindset of local people here. Like, so
Yeah, yeah. The local people interact with the foreigners, depending on how the foreigners are. Depends on the foreigners how they are, how they come. And some of them they treat them very good, very nice. Some of them they treat them not that kind good.
so is there any particular foreigners that don't treat local people good? I mean, you don't have to like.
Yeah, the white one.
Okay.
The white one they don't treat local that good as the black
Oh,
foreigner. Especially the Asians. You need to deal them very different. They don't like to be so friendly with the local ones. They don't like to be so friendly with the local ones. So with them, the Asian and the white West,
hmm
it's different to deal with them like the black Americans and the other black foreigners people.
Okay. Let me ask you something. So even though you mentioned that some foreigners don't necessarily treat y'all well, and sometimes the Black Americans are the Black foreigners, Caribbean, British, Black British, all over the world, diasporans that come back, they normally treat you a little bit better, like with dignity. Some, because we know you got good and bad on both sides.
But to blacks one, the percentage is more than the white one.
Okay, y'all hear that, fam? Black foreigners treat local people a lot better than other foreigners here.
They feel as we're equal, we're the same. We are brothers, we are relatives.
Exactly.
Differ from the whites. The whites they don't think as they are relatives or they are brothers. No, they treat you as a worker, maybe for a drive, maybe for just another job. They pay you, no more conversation over that. You just learn the job for him or her,
And you go.
and you go. But
So
for blacks, you may even create another relationship, being friends and what, and do other good stuff, developing stuff.
okay. So maybe like partnerships.
Maybe like partnership.
All right. So by the way, same. So can you just clarify about the white foreigners and how they treat you guys?
White foreign they treat us quite different from the black foreign. Uh, Most of them they don't treat us that good, but there's not. There are some of white foreign they treat you very good and very comfortable, very nice. But majority they don't.
It's not good.
It's not good. You just have to work with him on a particular job. Consider what you have been made to. You get paid, you're off.
And then you go about your business.
No more further discussion.
At all.
But some of the whites, they're good. They're good. They take really good.
care of you.
Yeah.
All
And they
right,
pay
that's
you
good.
also good.
See that? They pay well. So, bro, remember I was just telling you how when we went into the mall, the Tanzanian guard at the mall made my wife take off her bag and put it through the machine when she had my daughter. So she had the baby. She was walking. Usually they don't make the women with children walk through the metal scanner or like scan their bags when they have children. They usually just tell them to go around. But on this particular day, it was only a few days ago, she made my wife come back out with the baby, put the baby down, and then put her bag through. But fam, this particular day, it was a white guy with his backpack and his fanny pack. She told him, "No, boss. No, no, boss. Don't take off your bag. Just walk around." She showed him favoritism in front of us. And we even looked at her. I looked at the white guy. I was looking at him. So I gave him a dirty look. I did. Simply because I see how the red carpet is rolled out for them here. So why do you think the red carpet is rolled out for white foreigners, but the black foreigners who are even coming from the same country as them, we don't get the same treatment as white foreigners? Why do you think that?
There are almost 3 reasons for that.
Okay, let's run through them because a lot of us want to know. Bring the mic up so they can hear you well, because
3
we
reasons
really
for
want to
that.
know.
3 reasons for that. First, you say at the mall there at the supermarket.
Yeah, it's Milimani City.
Milliman City.
Mm.
First, that supermarket's owned by whites. You see that?
So it's owned by whites. I
By
never
whites.
knew that.
It's owned by whites.
Oh, okay.
So that's why they treat the whites more better
Oh,
than the blacks. That's first reason.
okay.
Second reason, we think, us as local, we think that whites are more superior.
Oh,
You see that? Which that is really bad.
that's bad. That's
Yeah,
sad. That's sad. That makes me very sad.
that's bad. And since we are all equal,
We ain't even equal. We better.
we
Sorry, we just gotta call it what it is. But that's me personally. Because the way they have treated people in the past, they don't deserve that title. They colonize. They do a lot of bad things, and for the red carpet to be rolled out for them is just. But it's all about money.
Yeah, so the superiority is about money.
Money.
And so the third reason is that us, black on black, we don't trust in each other. So I will judge you according to how you appear. See that? I don't care if you have a PhD or
You're black.
you're just black. So so it doesn't matter.
So it's just your mindset.
Yeah, it's just the mindset and your appearance. That's why we don't trust on each other. So even me and you, I and you, we go there. Me, I wear not that decent clothes and somehow looking not so good. I have money, but I look good. I don't look good by appearance. And you wear so good.
Nice dress.
Yeah. We go to the same place. I'll be stopped. Hey, wait there. You're not supposed to enter.
In your own country.
Yeah, in my own country.
So same. It's
That's
vain.
it.
It's about your outward appearance, not about the inward appearance. So basically, the whites sometimes have a little bit more money, and look, blacks in America do the same. They roll out the red carpet for certain people. Yeah, it doesn't even have to be whites. It could be anyone who has majority of the money, and if they feel like they can do better with them versus dealing with their own people, they will. And that thing with ownership here, like businesses, they shouldn't be able to come in the country and dominate like that. And I know they have. The thing is, whites, Asians, Chinese. Well, Asians would be Chinese as well, right? Okay. Arabs, they all have a head start on Black Americans and Black foreigners because we're just in the last 7 or 8 years we just started to come here and start businesses and like in big groups. But even though it's NGOs here in Tanzania, it's still no big group that y'all recognize for Black foreigners that y'all even have any respect for. Do you know one like Black NGO that represents black people. That has a big business like Millimani City or Palm City. But the Chinese, y'all know about them.
They even have their own town here.
Say it again.
They even have their, I think 3 or 2 towns in Dar es Salaam.
The Chinese.
Yeah, the Chinese town, whereby you black guy, or even white, you can go there if you're not.
You hear that? If you ain't even Chinese. And that's funny because if most of us just heard about what was it in I don't know if it was in Nigeria. I think it was in Nigeria with that supermarket. They pretty much closed it down. It was a Chinese supermarket, but they said no Nigerians, but they only wanted Chinese. Only Chinese or white. So I feel like that's happening even here, but it's not. Of course, it's not going to be highlighted because to be honest, some of the leadership wants their money, so nothing can happen to them. They can create their own city here, and it doesn't matter.
Because of the diplomatic relationship of Tanzania and China, so they can do anything about that. We also depend on China. Yeah.
And I don't see that as a bad thing. Now, fam, understand that we are not saying that it's a negative thing that Chinese are here building because they're creating jobs and opportunities for local people. So black foreigners have to come here and create jobs and opportunities. We can't come here and just say we're going to rent for 3 or 4 years and maybe hire 2 people. We have to use some of those resources to create jobs. Now, it's very sad that we are so separated. And even here, Abdul is telling you that even here, local people are separated. They separate by class, by what you look up, by your outward appearance. It's not about, getting to know you, getting to understand your situation or to help you. It's all about what you appear to have.
Yeah, know what you can do or what. So here, the Chinese are respected because they do a lot of work here. The constructions, the business technology they deliver here.
Exactly.
That's
And
why
almost every car
it's from China.
is from China.
So the China invests a lot here and they benefit a lot from this country. Not only Tanzania,
But many African countries,
yeah,
you can see they got their hands in everything.
yeah, true.
South Africa, everywhere.
I think particularly Africa is the market dam.
Yep.
Where they can sell their products there. So here they build roads, they build the bridges, they build the railways, they build the hydraulic power. None of those
By Chinese.
by Chinese.
So look, the Chinese got years of experience of developing different countries here in Africa. So of course they're gonna be more respected.
Yeah.
Because they've been here for years. And you export and import all kinds of stuff and supply. So either way, fam, the thing is it's sad that we as a people can't come together even here on the continent. And in light of all the things that's been going on, far as like this group scamming this group, and the other group scamming this group, and this group scamming people, yes, somebody needs to be held accountable for the scams. I even told Abdul about it, and he knows some of the situations that we even been involved in for simply telling our truth. It's people here on the ground. Kaka, can you just keep it this way? Yeah, so you don't get the tag. But it's people here on the ground who are being nothing but bullies to good people. And you like you know a couple of my friends that I'll tell you about in Bagamoyo. They get bullied by these same people online, and they black foreigners that don't want other black foreigners to do well, and they've been treating people badly, stealing money from people, treating people badly. And I'm telling you, over here, we still keep going and we progressing, because we serve the mighty Yahweh. We don't serve you. We don't serve these people. So the thing is, the Chinese, the Asians, the Arabs, they all agree on their history. And I think that's the biggest thing. If us blacks in Tanzania, Africans or African Americans, African, Afro, Jamaicans, Caribbean, whatever, if we all agree on who we are, that we are superior, we are the first to be made from the dirt. We're the first. So why are we the last now? Why? Say it again.
The mindset.
The mindset. The colonizer has taken our mind, and they control exactly how we think. Having the enemy, and I don't believe in being mad at somebody. Like if you did something wrong to me, I'm gonna tell you did something wrong. What I said today when we were out there, I said, bro, I don't even want to come to you and tell you that I'm wrong. But I had to, right? I had to come to you and tell you that I was wrong, right?
Yeah,
So
you're human.
I'm human. Say it again.
Because you're human, you're not perfect.
So I even told Abdul, I said it hurts me to come to you and tell you that I'm wrong and you were right. But you have to know how to do that. Come to people and say, I was wrong. You was right. I said, I'm sorry. And then we move on from it. But when you can't do that, when you're not man enough to come to another man and say, hey bro, I'm wrong. Like I'm wrong. I was wrong. We had a disagreement. You were right. And I was just completely disagreeing with you. But ultimately, if you can't come together, then you of course you can't work with certain people. But anyway, fam, this is all we got. I want to ask you this. So in recent I guess recent years, we've had Black Americans and even Black Caribbeans, Black British who come here and they complain about the mindset of the local people. Like not being able to come here and get fair pricing or not get treated well. Even though they're trying. But so, what do you think is something that's causing that mindset? Why can't we just like work together and get treated equal? We see each other as brothers, but we don't always get treated the same by everybody. So what you think is like stopping us from coming together? What do you think?
Mostly of the local people think that the foreigners have more money than us. So most of us we interact with the foreigners for money. So there are local people who are royal, they do good, and some of them, most of them, they are there for the money. They just think about the money, how to get more money from you. That's the reason why they become scammers and become not loyal.
Let me say something. So, fam, I'm gonna go ahead and give my boy his props because this is how I measure my interaction with local people too. So, sometimes you get people who say, automatically give you this high or ridiculous price. So, Abdul has always given us a fair price, and sometimes he said, hey, he'll ask, can you add a little bit more to that? And then, of course, we say, yeah, that's fine. But some people that we've interacted with and say, no, this is what I'm charging. This is what, and then we meet other people like in my neighborhood. They always tell me, like my friend Mohammed, he lived in the same neighborhood. I would say, bro, like, what did I pay too much for this service? When I go to the hardware store, he's like, no, they overcharge you a little bit. And then one time we even went back to get a refund. He made sure he took me back to get the difference. He went back to tell them like, hey, you overcharged him. So that's one thing. Like, fam, we have to work with local people when we come here, regardless. That trust thing, you have to grow. Grow in that. Yeah. So another thing you said, even though people, we try to work together as brothers, but some people they make that connection or they only want to work with the foreigner or only want to help you for money. So, and I'm gonna give my boy, my late friend Muhammad, and that was one thing that really made me sad about losing him because he never I feel like he didn't ask me for enough. Like I would give him stuff and then he would just try to pay me for it. He always would try to when we got our shipping container, I had like a deep freezer, and I told him I'm not gonna use it because I didn't want to deal with the power conversion and all that. And I literally just gave him. Yeah, yeah. He he wanted to pay me for it. He was like, bro, let me save up a little money so I can pay you. And that's the type of relationships for us as Black Americans because we're not used to that. We're not used to people like helping us at all. Like we used to paying for service in the West and getting treated badly. You know. So I mean, I think what do you think can change the mindset of local people about Black foreigners or Black diaspora? Because how can we separate ourselves from the Asian, the Indian, and the Chinese and all that? Because sometimes y'all don't see color, y'all just hear language. Yeah, so I feel that every day too. Like when I'm in interactions, it's like it's kind of awkward and uncomfortable for me because everybody else is speaking Swahili. I'm listening, like I understand some words, but I don't understand everything. But what do you think is the most important thing for us to do before we come here and try to interact with the local people?
First of all, you should consider the local people as your brothers, as your relatives, as the one you can get along with and make some good connection, do some good stuff. That first of all, you have to put that positive mindset over the local people. That the local people are good, though some of them are bad too.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you need to be careful and measure the reality of that one person you interact to. But that first, once you change that, even the local people will give the same feedback, will give the same vibe back from that these foreigners are our brothers. Let's, let's us also treat them good, not only for money. That's it.
So we got to come with that mindset too to
That,
treat them good.
know that these are just workers, they just don't have to work, and I just need to pay them, then that's it. Like what you consider them as you are, that would be much more better.
Okay. So we need to consider local people as family and come with that positive mindset. So I'm telling you, and that's one thing that I know coming from my family, we're humble people. And you met my mom, you met my uncle, you met some more of our friends that visited. So how do you feel like all those people? How did you feel like your interaction with my mom and my uncle? And that's Sister Betty, by the way, y'all.
It was
So
really great.
good.
Yeah, it was really good.
How was Sister Betty? Would you say?
She's awesome. She's awesome.
Because you know she's gonna be watching.
She's awesome. She's really good.
You feel like because I know she was like schooling you and teaching you a lot of stuff.
Yeah, this time, except for the language. If it wasn't the language difference, I'll feel them as my sister and my relative.
Okay.
The difference is just the language. That's it. The attitude was very
good.
great. Yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
So more foreigners need to come here. Black foreigners need to come here with that mindset of coming together, and they got to bring that vibe first. You know, they got to treat people right first, and I think a lot of people can do that. It's just that, you know, I was talking to my friend Ellie, and she was just telling me sometimes you have to just bring it down a level and try to understand, put yourself in their shoes, and try to understand the life that they live. And you know, a lot of people, it's a lot of YouTubers that say the same thing. Like, you have to live like the local people when you come. You can't come here and try to live like above everybody, and then still expect to receive the same service as all the local people. And you got to come there and walk with the local people. I mean, I try to do that, but of course, when you get things done, like you get a car, or if you renting here or whatever, people looking at that. You know, because y'all do the same way we do in the West. Y'all look at vanity. Y'all look at cars you have, the type of clothes you wear. I always notice people looking at the children, you know, looking at, even some people would say, oh, they dress so well, so nice, you know. But for us, you can be poor in the U.S. You can be one of the poorest people in the neighborhood, but you have the most flashiest clothes, nicest shoes, a nice car, and your bank account is on zero. Some people have like $2 in their bank account.
By appearance, they look good.
By appearance, they got a lot of money. So do people? Would you say people do the same thing here? Are they vain? Do they only look at
They do.
that?
They really do. Really do. They do that. They judge you by your appearance. That's not all of them, but most of them they do that. So it's kind of awkward to judge someone according to
Based off appearance.
yeah.
So let me ask you this. So, what would you recommend? Maybe three types of businesses that diasporans would you? Because you live in the country, you're born and raised here. What are three sectors of business just off what you have observed? You know, no, like you don't have to like give any details of what they have to do, but what are like three different types of businesses that they could do here and maybe be successful? Because in the past couple years, black diasporans who have come here and started businesses, they struggle. You know, you have those who get into land deals. We talked about that a little bit earlier, and they, not doing the right thing in that. But what would you say the best, in your opinion, what are the best three businesses that black diasporans could get into when they come here? I know one of them we talked about earlier.
Uh, Transport business, logistic stuff and that, shamba business, farming business. That's also very successful. Yeah, that's good. And it's not that hard to deliver that. Also, I think that one maybe selling some good stuff, retailing, maybe clothes and what.
Okay. So retail. It's true because people here they shop a lot and they buy a lot. So if you can create some type of retail, I noticed that too. And the beautiful thing about being here in Tanzania is that no matter how many types of businesses, you can have the same business as a person, and y'all can work right next door to each other. Like this supply store, they is what like 4 or 5 on the same road.
And everyone is getting the customer.
And tell us about that. Tell us about the relationship that the local people have amongst each other. You know, even though they don't openly show that they're irritated that you may be taking their customers, but tell us how the interaction is amongst people who have the same business, like local people.
They interact. That's a fair competition. Everyone here is free to open whatever he likes, as long as it doesn't break the laws, the national laws and the constitution. As long as he or she is inside the constitution,
They're good.
they're good. Doesn't matter this one. Put the store here, the food store here, the next frame the food store. Doesn't matter. You and your efforts to get the customers. That's it.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. And that's fair competition. So the harder you work, the harder you earn. That's it. And,
That's the mindset.
and lot of foreigners, especially Asians, they invest here a lot. Open the supermarket. I hope you have been there.
Yeah, what's
all of those malls,
like Shoppers and
they don't own by local people. They own by
Shoppers and what else? What's the other one?
Shoppers, Liman City Mall,
Oh, Millimani City Mall.
Home City, Home Village. There at the Masaki, what was it?
Slipboy.
Yeah,
Slipboy.
all of those they are being
Owned by Asians and Indians.
different.
So look, hey, diasporans, black diasporans, y'all love to shop at malls. You love to go to the supermarket. Why not come here and come together and build a supermarket or a shopping center? Because people, like if you have attractions and things that people can come and do on the weekends, they'll come.
They come.
You know, even throughout the week, people just want a nice place to come down. You know, do a little work online, have a little coffee, have a little juice. People do that a lot here. They lounge a lot.
They do.
So if you can come here and do something like that, then it may be good.
You make some money.
Yeah, you'll make some money.
Good money.
And listen, my boy Abdul always looking at who's making the money, so he knows who's making the money. Trust me. So, but fam, that's all we got for y'all today. Maybe we'll do another interview another day. And thank you to my boy Barakati for the recording.
Welcome to Tanzania.
Tell him. Go ahead.
I most welcome you to this beautiful country, a very wealthy, a very blessed country, a very peaceful country. You're all welcome here.
Tell him in Kiswahili.
Karibuni sana Tanzania, nchi nzuri, nchi safi yenye rasilimali nyingi za nyie kuwekeza na kufanya maendeleo kwa ajili ya kizazi kinachokuja. Karibuni sana.
See, boy, you're natural.
All right, fam. I pray that was edifying and enlightening. Y'all bless.